Alright, so by now you guys have probably seen the new Barbie trailer.
Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie. Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Barbie.
And it has got the internet into a frenzy over Margot Robbie's feet.
Damn. I'm sorry.
Listen, I'm not a feet guy, okay, but I can appreciate beauty, and those are some pretty nice feet. I'm not gonna lie. There's some nice toes. However, though, I'm actually more excited about seeing Ryan Gosling in this film playing Ken. I am not sure you guys realize how funny Ryan Gosling is. Like, have you seen him host SNL? Like, when Ryan Gosling is on SNL hosting, that is when SNL is its best. This man is truly a comedic actor when he wants to be. His comedic timing is impeccable. If you don't believe me, fact check me, okay? Fact check me. However, though, this film just seems very different, very fresh, and very new. I am 100% sure you guys are privy to the fact that Hollywood and its content, the films that it's putting out, is getting pretty stagnant. It's getting pretty stale out there, okay? Us moviegoers are tired of the same thing. Superhero movies, sequels and prequels and spin-offs. We're tired of that. We just want something different and original and new. And it seems like this new Barbie film will provide that. I feel like this film is going to be a really good film for kids, families, you know, the general movie-going audience. It's bright with a lot of colors, and like, have you seen the set design on this thing? Like, it actually looks like Barbie's world. Along with that, it is being written and directed by indie sweetheart Greta Gerwig, along with her husband, who's co-writing, Noah Baumbach. And these guys are indie filmmakers who have been hit for hit for hit. They rarely miss. And also is being produced by one of the biggest studios, WB. It also has a star-studded supporting cast. Like, have you seen the cast lineup? Pretty stacked, man. They dropped a pretty penny with this film. So I'm hyped. I'm hyped. This is my most anticipated movie of this year. However, though, no one really knows what this movie is really about. We know from the trailer that Barbie and Ken eventually leave Barbie world and go into the real world, our world. So I was doing research on the film, and it seems like they're aiming in the direction of creating something very similar to that of Pleasantville, this 1988 film with Tobey Maguire and Reese Witherspoon. You know, look it up, okay? Like, I'm not gonna go into full detail about this, but it seems like they're aiming for that. So as I was doing more research on this film, diving into the comment section, I came across this one comment that said that Barbie is actually going to be a social commentary on American society and the gender roles in American society, and how corporate America controls the gender narrative in order to drive up profits. And when I saw that comment section, I was just like, hey, yo, if that's true, I don't think, what are we in store for? Seriously. So after reading that comment, okay, the trailer became a little bit more clearer, and the characters in the trailer became a little bit more, or better word to say, a little bit more blatant, okay? So if you look at the marketing for the Barbie film, right, the posters for the Barbie film, okay, you can see that all the Barbies, right, the different Barbies with different hair colors, race, and gender, they all have reputable professions, or they're doing something productive, okay? But if you look at the marketing, the posters for the Kens are just Kens. They're doing nothing but just existing as an accessory to Barbie. And, you know, when you look back at things, you know, deeper into the Mattel line, like the toy line for Barbie, that is exactly what the Kens are designed for. The Kens are an accessory to Barbie. They have no other purpose but to be an add-on to the Barbie toy line. That's it. That's it. They do nothing else but just exist. Furthermore, what really hit the nail for me that this could be a social commentary on gender roles in society was when I came across this interview of Ryan Gosling explaining his portrayal of Ken.
Yeah, that Ken life is it's even harder than the gray man life, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
In what ways?
Ken's got no money, he's got no job, he's got no car, he's got no house.
Wow.
You know.
Okay.
He's going through some stuff.
And what he said in that interview is so relevant for a lot of men today. The majority of men in this country are not where they should be economically and spiritually. So here's an observation that I've just been observing, okay? Women nowadays are being celebrated for the smallest amount of achievements, okay? Whether or not they're in a respectable position or not, okay? Sadly, what I've been observing is this, you know, for women and young women, especially young women, you could be a whole thought on social media, okay? But so as long as you're getting the bag, you're sticking to patriarchy, okay? Which is actually really fucked up, okay? We should not, as a society, be celebrating degrading behavior, okay? Especially when it comes to young women, okay? Like, I understand it's their body, their choice, and you know how they want to live their life, right? But it just sends the wrong message to the next generation of young women coming up, okay? All it just shows is that, all it just says, is that, oh, okay, you know, I don't have to work hard to, you know, to be respected in society. I can just show some skin, show some ass, you know, and, you know, create an OnlyFans, and if I'm making some money, it's fine, it's cool. But the thing is, like, that type of behavior has very, very negative repercussions down the line. And I've come across hundreds of videos on social media of young women who regret going down this route, okay? But this is something that, you know, we've been celebrating more and more and more as time progresses, okay? But then along with that too, right, just to show on the other side of this coin, right, we are also celebrating women for just doing their job, okay? Like, you know, if a woman, you know, gets into a high position, okay, you know, we're celebrating that, which I understand, right? And I understand that because of the fact that, you know, a lot of these high positions, a lot of power in society are held by men and are still being held by men in the highest position, okay? So I understand that, okay? But my thing is, why are we celebrating people for doing their job? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we celebrating any kind of individual for doing their job? Okay, I thought America was a meritocracy, okay? You work hard and you end up in the position that you deserve because you work hard. Why are we celebrating that? You know what I'm saying? Like, aren't we supposed to be a country that promotes equality? Okay? Because it seems like, from my perspective, from my point of view, some people are more equal than others. And the pendulum is swinging one way. And it's not swinging in the favor to the overall benefit of men, and it's not swinging in the overall benefit of society as a whole when it comes to us coming together to become better Americans, to become better citizens for this culture, you know? And just to continue from that, you're like, I do understand it. I understand why people are promoting it, but if you understand what's really going on with these corporations and these companies, right? All of it is just a means of marketing to show that they are progressive. Okay, a lot of these, you know, positions that that these people are in, they're diversity hires to show that they're progressive and also inclusive. Okay, and for me, that still, I think, promotes a kind of divide. But to continue, from my perspective, it doesn't really matter, man. Like, I don't see the point in celebrating people for doing a job. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to do a good job. You're supposed to do the job that you're hired for. You're supposed to rise up to those rankings if you do a good job and if you work hard and if you work smart. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we distracting ourselves with these awards and these accolades? Like, how does that overall benefit society? I really don't see the benefit in that. Okay, it's just one big circle jerk. You know what I'm saying? Of just celebrating people for doing their job, right? Doing their job or doing the bare minimum. Because from my perspective, it's like, you went to school, you got a degree, you got the job, and you rose the ranking. That's what you're supposed to do. Okay? And on the other side of that too, if you have a company and you started your own company, you're an entrepreneur, right? And your company's successful and you're making a bunch of money, you know what I'm saying? That's what's supposed to happen if you just play the game correctly, and you just position yourself in the right positions in order to get that clientele, get the customer base, so your business can grow. That's what you're supposed to do. Okay? My main thing is that I'm seeing is like, what are these people doing? What are they doing to give back to the community? Okay, because that's what we should be celebrating. Okay, we should be celebrating the individuals who are on a community level, benefiting and uplifting those who are below them in a sense, right? But we're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? We're celebrating the wrong things that I'm seeing. And for me, all that does is create elitism, okay? And, that's one of the top 5 things that I hate in this country, elitism, right? And from my point of view, like I said, some people are more equal than others, but some people are becoming more elite than others based on their gender, okay? Which is a very slippery slope that we are constantly heading down towards. And a lot of people are talking about, a lot of people are addressing it, but it's just like, we see the problem, we see the issue, but everyone's so caught up in this celebration of who's the best that we're missing the fucking bigger picture here, that this whole thing is creating a fucking divide in our culture. It really is. And this is a problem. Like, we are at it blows my mind that we are at an impasse where men and women are fighting each other, competing against each other. For what? That's not how it's supposed to be. This is not how we were made. We were made for what? To come together and build something with a strong foundation. That is what men and women are designed to do. Okay? There is no you are here and you are there. Okay? It doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? But we make it a reality when we keep pushing, promoting, keep celebrating the things that don't fucking matter. And I know what this sounds like. Okay? I know what this sounds like. Okay? But trust me. Okay? I am not that. Okay? I am a capitalist. Okay? I'm an entrepreneur. I love to solve problems. I love to create value, and I love to make money. Okay? It's just an observation that I'm making. Okay? And along with that too, just a disclaimer. I don't want to, come off or make it seem like I'm painting men as victims. Okay? That is not the case. Okay? It's just an observation that I'm witnessing in society. Okay? And honestly, I would like to hear the female perspective in this video. Okay? So please let me know in the comment section your thoughts, okay? Because I really do want to have an open dialogue, so I can see what's going on the other side. This is from one point of view, okay? Which is not necessarily a bad thing, but when you only have one point of view and you have no feedback from the other side, or no intake or perspective from the other side, you have a biased view and a one-track view, and I don't want that, right? Because I'm here to solve problems, man. I really, really do. Okay, and like no one seems to be wanting to solve the problem in this regard. Everyone's just grifting, right? Pitting men against each other, pitting women against each other. You know what I'm saying? And not bad, pitting women and men against each other, right? Because like that's what drives the algorithm, and like that doesn't help anybody. You know what I'm saying? Because like that just keeps pushing us farther and farther and farther and farther away. And like I said, men and women, we need to come together, because if we are at odds with one another, this is going to rip the fabric of society apart, and we cannot have that, especially in this day and age. So please, women, let me know in the comment section your point of view. Okay, so to continue, okay, sorry for that little rant, okay, but that was just me speaking from the heart. Okay, but what I'm really witnessing on a spiritual level for both men and women is the loss of purpose. But like I said, I want to focus on the men's side of this, and women, like I said before, let me know your point of view, let me know your perspective, so we can have a conversation. Okay? To continue, on the side of men, it seems like they are only trying to pursue their purpose, or trying to find their purpose as a means to gain female attention. Okay? Like, there's this narrative that's being pushed that you as a man are not worthy if you're not attracting or gaining women. Okay? This has been a narrative that's been pushed, backtrack that. It's been a narrative that's been pushed for a very, very long time. You know what I'm saying? From all the way back since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? But one of the things I always realize is that like trying to gain female attention, you know what I'm saying, trying to attract female attention, going out your way to attract female attention is a form of covetousness, okay? And in the Bible, covetousness is a form of desire, right? And like, you know, covetousness is basically saying that you're desiring something outside of yourself in order to feel good about yourself, in order to, you know, make you feel whole. And like, that's not true, because like when you desire things outside of yourself, you're moving farther away from yourself and your overall purpose to God. Plain and simple. That's what covetousness really means, okay? And like, I'm gonna show you the scene real quick from the Barbie film, okay? Check out the scene real quick.
Hi, Barbie!
Hi, Ken.
So you saw in that scene, right? You saw how Ken is doing his darndest to get Barbie's attention. And then when he finally gets Barbie's attention, he feels fulfilled. He feels good about himself, right? Now, how many millions of men are doing that right now? Going out their way to attract female attention, believing that this is gonna make them happy, believing that this is gonna fulfill them and lead them closer to their purpose. And so, you know, to speak about the purpose thing, right? Like a lot of these, you know, social media grifters, right, that are in this space, you know, this dating space, whatever you want to call it, right? They always keep saying, man, find your purpose, focus on your purpose, blah, 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 blah. But none of them actually answer the question is, what is it? How do you find your purpose? How do you go about finding your purpose, okay? And like, it just seems to me like this purpose thing is just some new age bullshit where, you know, in order to be happy, you have to find your purpose, right? And what people don't understand is that your purpose, like, it fluctuates. Like the meaning of purpose and like what it means to you, it fluctuates based on your experiences and what you're going through, okay? And and then on top of that too, when these people talk about purpose, right, it's always some esoteric, selfish pursuit in order for you to feel happy, okay, about yourself in this life. And all these men that I've seen on social media who supposedly are finding their purpose and leading a purposeful life, right, they still seem to desire more, want more access, right? And they never seem to be satisfied with whatever they gain, right? Because their purpose is not on the foundation of God. Because things like they're seeking purpose of self, but they're not seeking the purpose of understanding their mission that God has put them here for. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you're pursuing a purpose of self, you're always gonna be unhappy. You're always never gonna feel fulfilled, right? However, if you build your purpose, and you find your purpose on the foundation of God, understanding what God's purpose is for you and his mission for you on earth, I honestly believe that things will be a lot more clearer for you and your life will be a lot less stressful for you, because that's the only thing that matters. God's purpose for you on earth. That's it, okay? However though, me being who I am, me being a Christian, I cannot tell another man what his purpose is, okay? I cannot judge another man based on his life and the life that he lives. That's his choice. That's his free will. That's the will that God has given him, okay? All I know is that I can just lead by example, okay? And, you know, lead by example and understand my purpose and my purpose that God has set for me, you know, through speaking the truth. That's all I can do. All I can do is lead by example and speak my truth, built on the foundation, knowing that it's all in the okay, so I kind of just lost my train of thought. So as I was trying to say is that all I can do is lead by example and focus on the mission and the purpose that God has set for me, okay? And all I can do is just continue to speak my truth, okay? I don't think I really can help any man find their purpose. All I can tell them, both men and women in general, is just to focus on understanding God, understanding the Bible, understanding all of that, understanding your purpose here, okay? Because we all were sent here for a reason, for his reason, okay? And you have to sit down with yourself and just meditate and figure out what that reason is, plain and simple. You're not gonna find it in money and, you know, this crazy lifestyle that these influencers and celebrities promote. You're not gonna find it in these material things. You're not. right? All those things are doing, those are just the advertisers telling you that this is how you should live your life. And you're always going to want more, and you're never going to feel fulfilled. You're just going to be constantly chasing endless nothingness, basically. Covetousness, constantly chasing something. Like, you shouldn't be, look, listen, if you're chasing something, man, if you're desiring something outside of yourself, it's always going to run away from you no matter what. No matter what. And that's what God is trying to tell you when it comes to covetousness and desiring things outside of you. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't work. Everything that you can possibly need, God has already given it to you in here. You just got to sit down and be still and meditate on God. That's it. And I assure you, God will talk to you and God will present you with his purpose. Plain and simple. But you have to make that choice. You have to go out your way and figure that out yourself. You have to. Okay? I promise you, none of these people online, not even me, right? You can consider me an influencer if you want, okay? No one can really help you with this, okay? You got to sit down with yourself and just meditate on God and listen to him. He's always talking, no matter what. He's always talking. He's always sending you messages. You just have to sit down and pay attention and listen, and he will tell you exactly what you need to do in order to feel, in order to be fulfilled. It's that simple. It really is. And I assure you, you will get that much closer to the peace, to that happiness that you're looking for. Just meditate on God. That's it. Okay? Anyway, guys, I really do hope that my prediction about this Barbie film is correct. Okay? I really do hope that, this film does talk about, the gender norms that we are experiencing in society, and how corporate America is, pushing / constantly changing the narrative in order to drive up profits. I hope I'm right. I really do hope I'm right. And if so, hey, come back to this video and be like, hey, Faison, you were right. Okay? But if I'm wrong, whatever. So be it. I was wrong. Okay? But also, guys, please let me know in the comment sections your feedback on this video. I know it kind of went a little bit of tangent, a little bit of rant here and there, right? That was just me just getting passionate with what I was saying, right? But please leave me some feedback and let me know, where I should improve moving forward in my next videos, okay? But until then, I thank you guys so much for watching this video, okay? Take care, God bless, and may the Holy Spirit forever guide you. Take care, guys.